2024 for me was one of the hardest years of my life. I struggled to find a new job after I had been let go from my job the previous year. I started my company doing everyday well, and although I was very clear on the mission and knowing very clearly that I wanted to serve women entrepreneurs who were struggling to take better care of themselves, I had really no idea of what to do with the company. And everything that I tried to launch journals, I tried to launch digital products, nothing seemed to be clicking. And because of that friction that I felt in the business, I of course was not making any money. And that plus not being able to find a job just made me extremely anxious because I know that I needed to be doing something, but I just could not figure out what that missing puzzle piece was. On top of that, 2024 was just a really rough year. It was one of those years where I definitely felt like I was in a dry season, but it was a year of pruning. I felt like nothing was going how I wanted it to go. I felt like every other day there was something going wrong, and it honestly started to feel like it was just like a personal attack on me. So by the time December 2024 rolled around, I was beyond ready for the year to end. I could not wait for 2025 to open up new possibilities and new opportunities, because I just knew without a shadow of a doubt that 2025 had to be better than 2024. I knew that with every fiber in my body that 2025 was going to be my year. But here I am in May of 2025 at the time of recording this, and I am finding myself starting my life completely over at the age of 36. So you're probably wondering, how did I go from knowing without a shadow of a doubt that 2025 was going to be my year to now saying that I am starting my life over at the age of 36? Well, over the past 5 months, life kept lifing. There was no break between 2024 and 2025. Life continued to beat my ass, honestly. So over the past 5 months, I have started the process of getting a divorce. My daughter and I moved out of our home and into my mother's home. I still have yet to find a full-time job despite sending in hundreds of applications. And my dog of almost 15 years recently passed away after being ill for several months. So yeah, life did not stop. Life kept lifing and beating me up. My life right now looks like a poorly written Tyler Perry film. And honestly, it has come with so much uncertainty. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it has been great, because it has not. I have felt a lot of doubt. I have felt a lot of uncertainty. I have felt like I am too old to be starting over, even though I am only 36 years old, and Lord willing, I have so much more life left. I have felt a lot of shame around getting a divorce, because no one goes into a marriage expecting for it to ever end. I have felt immense sadness and grief and just pain and just so many feelings that have honestly made it really hard for me at times to just go throughout the day. But even with all of the hurt and the pain and uncertainty and the doubt and the shame that I have been feeling over these past 5 months, there has always also been a lot of goodness that has come out of this. And I think that has been the biggest shift mentally that I have experienced over the past 5 months. In 2024, when I was going through it, it was really hard for me to find the good. It was really hard for me to find joy again. And even going into 2025, not even knowing really how this year was going to go, I made my word for the year joy. because regardless of what this year was going to come with, I was going to find joy. And that has been a really big perspective in this ongoing dry season. Last year, 2024, it was really hard for me to find joy in anything. I just wanted to sleep. I wanted the day to be over with. I just wanted to continue making it through. But this year, even though it has been hard, I have been pushing myself to find little pockets of joy in everything, even the hard things. So like, while this season has been really hard and really emotionally draining, a lot of good has come out of it. For one, my nervous system, I feel so much calmer. My nervous system is so much more at peace than it was a year ago. I feel free. I am not letting the small things get to me as much as they used to. I feel like I am in a good place, even though so much around me still feels so unsure and so uncertain. For my company doing everyday well, I told you last year I was very clear that I wanted to help women entrepreneurs to prioritize rest. And over the past, about 8 months at this point, God has given me this really big idea to launch an app for doing everyday well, which is going to help women entrepreneurs to track their capacity so that they can spot the early signs of burnout and make those shifts and pivots so that they can avoid it at all costs. And I'll have to share more about that in another video, but I'm so excited for this big dream, even though again it's new and I have no clue what I am doing. I am excited because it feels right. It feels like that missing puzzle piece. And I get to start over. While the circumstances are definitely not what I wanted, I can still find joy in being able to say, I get to start over and dream a new dream, build a new vision for my life and me and my daughter's life. And I get to do it in a way that God wants me to. And again, I'm keeping in mind that like, God is never going to take anything away that he is not going to replace with better. So I'm believing that this new vision, this new life is going to be better than I could ever imagine. And even though I don't know his full plans yet, I know it's going to be good. And it's going to be hard. I'm going to have my moments. I very much still have my moments of immense grief and sadness and uncertainty and doubt, but at the end of the day, I know something good is going to come out of that. And there is so much excitement I have behind being able to dream a new dream. And even with this YouTube channel, I have been going back and forth. Like, I'm tired of social media. I'm tired of feeling like I have to fight an algorithm. I'm tired of feeling like I have to constantly be on this creation train. And it just came to me one day to like just focus on YouTube and share snippets throughout social media if you want to. But I'm really excited for this channel to be a space where I can guide you as an entrepreneur through meditations that are going to help you to find more calm in your day. I'm excited to provide you with practical strategies on how to take better care of yourself as an entrepreneur and how to avoid burnout and how to spot those early signs of burnout and how to make you and your rest a daily priority. And doing all of that from someone who has been an entrepreneur for over 10 years, but who has also flown and moved in and out of burnout as if it were the norm. So definitely creating from a place of experience and again joy, and not just creating because I feel like I have to in order to keep up with an algorithm. So if that's something that you're excited to learn more about, learning about how to make rest a daily priority as an entrepreneur, definitely hit subscribe. Don't forget to like, turn on that little bell so you're notified when new videos pop up. And lastly, if you are wanting to hear more about the behind the scenes of doing everyday well, how I am building this app, how I am navigating this new season of my life, how I am implementing rest into my own life as an entrepreneur. Definitely subscribe to my Substack at Doing Life Well, and I'll leave the link in the description of this video too. That'll be where I share a lot more of what's going on behind the scenes in like my life and in my business, and how I am building these things up. I am not going to turn into someone who talks about divorce and single parenting and all of that. I am still very new to this, and I don't know what God has for me in our future, but I will share again what I am comfortable with sharing and giving you a little peek behind the scenes of how I am essentially becoming a tech bro, a tech entrepreneur, and building this tech company. So one last thing that I wanted to leave you here with is it's okay to do a new thing. I know life is hard right now, not just for me, but for so many of us in this current political climate, in the way the world is working, in this economy. Like, life is really beaten down hard on so many of us. And if I could leave you with anything, I would say to give yourself grace and to take care of yourself. Prioritize you in this season. Do what brings you the most joy. Create for the love of creating, and not just because you feel like you have to, again, keep up with an algorithm. Do whatever makes you happy. And if there is something in your life that is not bringing you joy, it's constantly feeling more like a burden, then pivot. It is okay to change your mind. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, you can always start new. You can always do a new thing, and the only permission you need is the permission from yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching this probably really random video, but I can't wait to share more here again about how to make rest a priority as an entrepreneur. Before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future upcoming videos.